Will the Chinese economy collapse, or is China on the way into a debt crisis? And when it happen, what will happen to the world? So yeah, this is about today's program. And hello and welcome, I'm the Real European, and thank you very much for joining Besidenews. Yeah, in this program, on this show, we will talk about content or news which are in the last days or weeks in some news of news outlets or news channels, and we will talk about and we will search if they are clickbait, fake news, or only based news on opinions of the newsmakers. So yeah, what was discovered in the last weeks by some news channels was the topic that the China is in the way of a debt crisis, and you can find now more than 100 videos on the web about this only topic, and all of them has the same information, so there's nothing new, but the headlines are very different, and you can search for it in the web, and then you see videos like China's escalating debt crisis, or China's debt heavy local debt crisis, and so on and so on. And one channel that is very good, we can say, is First Post. It's an Indian-based news channel, and they have published very much videos about this topic with their news presenter Palki Sharma Upaja. And this will be today our channel we will talk about, and yeah, which about the information was talked. So yeah, they have presented it that China is, according to the IMF, in the debt crisis because China has now more than $10 trillion of debts. For you, the IMF, so International Monetary Fund, is an UN institution who have give countries bailouts when they need it, but there are some steps to it. So it's very hard for countries like, for example, Pakistan to get it. The IMF is a sister organization of the World Bank. So I hope some of you have heard it, the World Bank. And but let's move now back to China. And is China in the debt crisis? And when you see the data as a whole, then you can think about it, and it's not in a debt crisis because when you see the percent, how much debts are compared to the GDP or to the whole GDP of a country, then you can see that countries like Japan, Greece, the UK, or the United States have more debts than China. So why they are not in the recession? So now I will give you some examples, like that Japan's government debts are 261% of the total GDP. So this means in numbers that the GDP was last year 4.8 trillion US dollars, and the government debt was $12.7 trillion United States dollars. Sorry. And why is Japan not in a recession? Because it's not important how much debts you have, that your government, that your economy can grow. So this means also to China that when China has a very high debts or government debts, this means not that the country is in a crisis, because you have enough money then, when you have high debts, to invest. So when you invest more, then also others will invest in your country. So it's not okay to say, oh, this country is in a crisis because, and you have only one data, and this means that the country have high debts. So what you need is, when the country is in a crisis, like protests by the people, you need a change in the politics. You need a new person who's saying, okay, we must do this, and is working against the establishment. But this has not happened. So you can't criticize a country for only one thing. Also when you think that this is a good thing to make news. But is this a good story? Yes, it's a good story for clickbait, because your title is very well. But this means not that it's true. Thank you very much.